recording here. Are we recording? We're recording. Oh, cool. Welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. I'm Alex. I'm also changing the name of this stream description. We're still playing a U4. That much is obvious. But we are playing around with a mod. What is the name of this mod, you might ask? Well, that is a fantastic question. I'm not just buying time. There we go. We are playing Mars Universalis. Alpha 6.5. No, 0.6.5. Yeah! Now, Mars Universalis is set on Mars. That's what I got. So let's load up darkness. You got darkness, description, very good. Vandeland. Can't help but feel that maybe the map is broken. Japanese world. What is up with Japanese world? Atlantean world, Japanese world. These names are hilarious. Berserkers, Bog Strider, Manhunters, Haitian Nomads. In Japanese world, all the soldiers have anime eyes. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. This looks better. And I say that it looks better because we don't have that. We don't have Alchem ruling over everything. We have a bunch of smaller powers. So this is Nightcrawlers, Fiends, Bloodthirsters. Is this Japan world? I think this is Japan world. Alright. The Red Horde. New Arabia. Zhujiang. Zhujiang? Whatever. Sightless Order? The Sightless Order? What the fuck? So many decisions. So many possible starts. So the Sightless Order probably won't be very fun to play as because they have no neighbors. And I imagine the only way that you expand is through colonizing shit. My god, this mod is clunky. There's a lot of provinces, so I think it just takes a long time to unload what you have loaded and reload whatever it is I'm clicking on, but this could use some optimization. Might actually be impossible if the issue is the size of the map. Can you place the Fiends? Yeah, maybe. God, maybe I should have just clicked on the Fiends or something like that. Okay, the Sightless Order. They are Ajurana, Chinese. Huh. Weird. This is a very cool starting location for them. Yeah, it looks like they could use some creative help with this. What the fuck are up with the Fiends? So they're a tribal kingdom, wild hunt, vast woods, summer rituals, drug consumption. Ah yes, drug consumption raises army morale and makes your leaders fight better. Fertility of Morass, caves of gold, peaceful ways. Peaceful ways, and they're called the Fiends? Alright. Okay. No. They're a tribal kingdom. I want approximately nothing to do with tribes. The Spanish Imperio. Not Empire. Imperio. Apparently Spain gets quite the, quite the colonial program. I think this is probably the most interesting place to start. This looks like it's the Holy Roman Empire equivalent. Like, it has the most things packed into one area. So... Oh, I have no idea who sounds good. Aurora, Corona, Altera. Altera and Aurora? Really? Are these Subnautica references, or the names from Greek mythology? They're probably from Greek mythology. Apros, Apris, Ablax, Alvia, Asmad, Astium, Esthenes. They're making a great effort to use a lot of A names. Ashines, Adana, Aquarius. Aurora. What do you have? Preserve our troops, tax reform, regulated contract law, peasant levy, merchant status. Altera, do you have the same thing? Yeah, Apollonia. Prince Elector. Okay, so this is the Holy Roman Empire. Who's the emperor? Alvia. Alvian ideas. Pick Areola. Wait, is there really one that's really close to Areola? Where are you seeing this? Pick Areola. There's no way Areola's actually here. Oh, Corey, you're lying to me. That's hurtful. Fuck it. Let's go Alvia. No, I'm doing Altera. If Subnautica taught me anything, it's that you don't fuck with the Altera Corporation. Now, I'm not doing this to play in hard mode or anything like this. I just want to jump in and start playing and explore this garbage. And the tier... So he hasn't changed this. In the period between Timur's sack of Delhi in 1398 and the eventual Mughal hegemony in the north, a number of strong and diverse regional kingdoms arose in India. Why can't you be the fiends? You're making me cry. Because the fiends are garbage. they don't seem like they have like 3 or 4 neighbors. That campaign would be over super fast. This has actual countries bordering each other. It's the same reason why I didn't play like this group down here or any of the other groups just like off on their own in the middle of the wilderness. It'd be so boring. I'd just sit there, let time go by at the fastest speed, and yeah. That is not a good way to... AI will do title. AI will do title. AI will do description. Yep, this is very much an alpha. Okay. Just gonna ignore that. Now, I assume we're in the Holy Roman Empire. Missionism. Missionism. Huh, alright. What the fuck is missionism? So we have animism, of course, the sea god, Catholic. Catholicism apparently makes it to space, along with missionism. Can I... Oh, hold on. Is it toggle foe? Is it all one word? No, come on. What? Oh my god, it's just FOW. And TI. I'm remembering old school commands. So I did that so we can take a look at the world. So much of this is just empty land. Shinto over here. It's interesting, like this is set on Mars, right? So the imagination is that this is in the future, even though we're technologically backwards. The grayed out areas are just unconquered or unprogrammed. Yeah, I think the person did a great effort in like making all these territories, but yeah, it's interesting. So we have these Catholic nations, and they're kind of set out across from each other to make it easier to colonize for them, I guess. We got some Coptic, Sunni, Confucian. So I guess this isn't supposed to be set in our future, because that doesn't make much sense. But we do have something called missionism here, so maybe it is supposed to be set in our future. There isn't like a lore dump or anything that explains this. The page is just like, it's on Mars! Sea god, yeah. So, yeah, interesting. Let's set some campaign goals, huh? I'd like to unify the Holy Roman Empire. So to do that, I'm gonna have to become the Holy Roman Emperor. I'm gonna have to do all of these reforms. I imagine at some point there's going to be something that'll trigger and make us have a religious schism. What's just named after random words? The provinces? Or the... Maybe? Why are you just saying random words? I mean, arguably, we name geographic regions on Earth after random words. That's how naming stuff works. I mean, not completely random, but this looks pretty random. Belistra, Barha, Falrog, Pomtar, Nyakar, Enemit, Arang, Nieshi. These all seem like they're in a language I don't know, but are conceivably in some language. Fetishist and... Oh, these are the religions we're looking at right now. Fetishist, Beans... Yeah, the names are... These are countries. This is their religion. Yeah. Culture, Mosi, Bogoku, Atlantean. So Atlantean is apparently the predominant culture here. I'm very confused why we have Atlantean here. I'm confused by so much of what's happening here. There's no lore or explanation given on the Steam page. Is there? I mean, the first line is in all caps, "This is not a finished product. Looking for feedback." Okay, in the last days of Earth, one final colony ship filled with embryos, misspelled, was sent to a partially terraformed Mars. Unfortunately, a solar flare drove the shipboard AI insane and the ship went horribly off course. After centuries of drifting in space, the ship entered into orbit of a now fully terraformed Mars. The ship was split apart and hundreds of colonies landed on the surface. However, most data banks were fried and all advanced knowledge was lost. Now, new colonists who have never known Earth, only Mars, march out to claim this virgin land. Alright, cool idea. The whole embryo thing, sure, I get behind it. Why the fuck do they worship Catholicism? Why do they revere the Pope? And what? Or Shintoism, fetishism, and animism, those actually kind of make sense reoccurring on their own. But Confucianism only occurred in like very specific circumstances at the Coptic Church. Is there Mars Jesus? Do we have Mars Jesus? No, we even have Protestantism over here. And the American Federation? They're embryos. Why would they care about America, the American Federation, or the American Union? And why would they name themselves stuff like Benjamin or George? Like, I get that the author is just appealing to our sensibilities, but it's a little weird. So... Planned features. History. Oh, God. Alright. There's a whole lore dump here. Earth was prosperous until the asteroid was spotted just a little bit too late. Unable to redirect it, they cast their eyes outward to find a new home. Who's they? Mars was chosen as the most logical candidate, of course, and the whole planet geared up for Earth's last mission, the preservation of its life. Probes were dispatched to drag comets into Mars to heat it up. Huge dome bases were set up all over Mars to oversee and coordinate the efforts of millions of robots. Greenhouse gases thickened the atmosphere and bacteria were introduced. My dude, terraforming Mars would be a process taking hundreds and hundreds of years. But, okay, greenhouse gases thickened the atmosphere, bacteria were introduced, microorganisms were introduced as the oceans filled. As asteroid neared... How the fuck did they have this much knowledge that the asteroid was on its way, but couldn't send, like, a redirect mission to move it? Whatever. Great colony ships, meant only to deliver as many humans to Mars as possible, were created and launched. Then disaster struck. What's the asteroid and not the disaster? The ships were sent in a series of rapid waves. The last colony ship was sent before the first had reached the Red Planet. A radical group, believing the asteroid was divine power, sent to cleanse humanity from the universe, planted explosives in each colony ship at critical points. Relatively small blasts crippled the ships and killed all humans on board. Wouldn't you plan for that? What, wouldn't you have some kind of whatever? Panic broadcasts from dying ships were the last Earth heard from its greatest hope. With time running out, Earth rushed one last colony ship through production, lacking the room to add enough humans to ensure genetic diversity. The ship, you really don't need that many people for a viable gene pool. You just need them from very different backgrounds, so that whatever. The ship was filled with millions of embryos and incubators and manned by a skeleton crew. Okay, so maybe the religious ideas and cultural hang-ups come from the skeleton crew. Safety precautions were added because they even say that, like, the data banks were fried. So any references to Catholicism or America or any of this other shit should be gone. But I get that he doesn't want to rewrite core game mechanics, so I understand. You gotta tweak your lore, dog. The ship was compartmentalized in hundreds of individual bulkheads. Okay. Any damaged sections could be split off, and every piece was capable of independently landing and starting a human colony. That sounds like a fucking crazy ship if every single piece of this ship is capable of landing independently and starting a colony independently. Why didn't they start with this ship? A rudimentary AI, the first of its kind, was created in the event that the entire crew perished. It would finish the mission if humanity couldn't. Another ship, little more than a can filled with supplies, was sent with humanity's last hope to replenish the critically low supplies of the terraformers. My dude, the terraformers are on a planet. That planet is rich in everything they might possibly need to terraform the planet. They're not running low on supplies. You don't need to, like, ship gasoline from Earth to get the... whatever. The window where Mars was close to Earth had gone with the last few colony ships. No. If we're terraforming Mars in the course of less than a decade, we don't need to worry about how long it's gonna take to get to Mars. Like, the difference is between, like, a year in space and 5 years in space. It's not that big of a deal. The trip was long but manageable. A solar flare changed that. Of course it did. I love how, like, every other paragraph is this, it's like, things were going well, but then, and like, you could have just said, you don't have to just, whatever. With scant few hours remaining, the ship tried to maneuver out of the solar flare's path. You wouldn't be able to do that, my dude. Solar flares actually move more quickly than we can see them. They're one of the few relativistic things that happen in our solar system. By the time you see a solar flare starting, it's pretty much too late to do anything about it. You're already fucked. You can't maneuver. You're already screwed. The supply ship mostly made it. The crew and its databanks were completely wiped out, but the ship itself, why wouldn't you plan for this? The International Space Station has sections in it where, upon detecting a solar flare, they can go and be shielded from radiation. We plan for solar flares on ships we have now. Why would we not do it on, like, this Eden ship? The colony ship was not so lucky. Embryos and incubators were safe behind strong radiation shielding. But fuck the crew, apparently. Due to the rushing nature of the project, the crew, computers, and most advanced equipment were not. Military-grade computer hardware is already radiation shielded. You don't need to cut that many corners. Bullshit. The AI survived, with most of its storage was corrupted. Fortunately, the AI remembered its mission and set course for Mars. Unfortunately, the ship. There's so much lore for this. I'm so glad I checked. Unfortunately, the ship had expended most of its fuel trying to reach the solar flare. Avoid the solar flare. It's not how that works. With limited options, the AI used the remaining fuel to set an intercept course with Mars, one that would take centuries. How? How? It doesn't take that long to get to Mars. The supply ship reached Mars with only a little behind schedule. It split up and landed at each base with the vital supplies that would keep the terraformers alive. The food was fine, but computers were not. With large portions of the bases already in disrepair, it wasn't long before the more advanced systems failed. Over the next few decades, the bases gradually lost contact with each other. The terraforming robots continued their work, but they too slowly began to fail, having never meant to last this long. But eventually, the dome bases began to fall apart too. That is a terrible sentence structure. As they did, humans prepared to breathe their last breath. Oof. You're telling me they're on a planet, a partially terraformed planet. They have decades of time to see this problem coming, that like, oh yeah, these habitats are getting a little worn out. I guess we're fucked. No, these are people. Whatever, fine. Suspend disbelief and go with it. They were shocked when they realized they could indeed survive on Mars' surface. It's their job to be making that happen. They would be tracking that. How would that surprise them? So they left their protected bases and scattered all over the surface of Mars. As the centuries passed, memory turned to history, and history turned to myth. That doesn't happen over the course of centuries. Only if you have no way to track history and like listen, even if humanity lost all of our technology right now, our incredibly high literacy rate would make it so that down the line we would still be very literate. It's important to us to teach our children how to read and write, because even simple things like children's books hold a lot of value and meaning for us. The problem historically was that people could not afford the time and the energy to get books to teach people how to read and write. Writing was a tool of the elite, but colonists on Mars would presumably be Earth's best and brightest, particularly if they're the people tasked with terraforming the fucking planet. They'd have to be pretty smart, so they could rebuild or remember how a lot of things work, even if they lost space Wikipedia. They would certainly know how to read and write, and for fuck's sake, they would write down their histories. They wouldn't just whatever. Dumb. Centuries later, the last colony ship came into orbit around Mars. Wouldn't take centuries. The AI, in its own eyes, completed the mission. Hundreds of colonies were sent down to the surface, the embryos to be grown. What if we just shipped all the bad people or stupid people or prisoners? Yeah, New Australia? That seems like a terrible idea. Most databanks were corrupted and couldn't contain both the parent AI responsible for educating the humans and all of its history, so the AI did the most logical thing. Period. Need a colon here, dude. It gave each drop its own culture and as much history as it could fit. How do you fit culture into a databank? Because a terabyte and something this big can hold several terabytes. A terabyte is the equivalent knowledge base of the Library of Congress, of the totality of a nation's history and culture can be summarized in a terabyte. Probably in way less than that if you use good compression methods. So, no, horseshit. You'd need like 1950s, 1960s era technology and era computers for them to be as terrible as this. And with that technology, you couldn't terraform a fucking planet. Starting over from the beginning. it never got past the medieval era, except for the Americans, right? How do you justify America here with never getting past the medieval period? The embryos were transferred to the incubators. At first, only 10 were grown. They were educated by the parent AI. Then each raised 10 more, who raised 10 more, until each colony thrived in the thousand. Weirdly specific. Until each colony thrived with thousands of new humans and began looking outward for new lands to settle. But, like, nowhere in here does it talk about, like, what the fuck Atlantean is. Or what in the hell missionism is, or what the sea god is, or any of the new stuff they've added. They've tried to justify keeping this old shit in the game, but they haven't justified their additions. Like, I mean, it's fine. I don't think we're gonna get any lore dumps while playing the game. I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. Who dis? Augusta Imperia. Can I tag switch to them? This is Rome, apparently. Okay. Alright, fine. Let's quit dicking around and give this a try. We're going Diplo Rep Guy because what's important to me is unifying this and just painting the map. So, with regard to painting the map, we're gonna need to heck up. Have the idea groups changed? They have. He's added new ideas. He, she, they have added new ideas. Federal ideas, Confederation ideas, and Imperial ideas. I don't get how these aren't all, like, administrative, but Imperial ideas... plus 10 discipline? Jesus Christ! Yeah, this is not balanced at all. Hopefully the AI is... When fully unlocked, you gain leader shock, leader maneuver, and military tech cost reduction -10. God damn! Federal ideas, colonist. More colonists are useful, given how much is uncolonized here. Power to the states, state militia, land grants. That's crazy. This is stupid. Gun rights? Come on. Attrition ideas are terrible. Unrest, development, morale of armies plus 10%. Okay. Diplo relations plus 2. I'm not saying it's hard to balance a mod, or that it's not easy, but it's pretty fucking easy. When the game has 5 or 6 idea groups already that you can look at and compare, is this overpowered? Because none of these give more than one Diplo relation. They both give 1. And having your first idea be plus 2, that's too good. This is actually bad, because let's see. Isn't it 25%? Whatever. That's mediocre. That's fine. That's fine. This is the only thing broken about this tree. And never mind. Plus 2 diplomatic reputation. Fuck. Yeah. So I guess we take Confederation or diplomatic ideas to start out, and then either... Oh no! I do not know. Get, merchants. Rutney. Trade mission office. Trade merchant arrival. TN retention. This is beautiful. Okay, so we have support from quite a few people to become the next emperor. Let's get Aurora to back us up, because Aurora is backing up Aurelia here. Let's get their support. Apollonia, you seem like you're not into backing us anymore. How many Diplo relations do we have? Let's start allying people who are backing us. And Jesus Christ, this is in very much a period of flux. Asman. Cool. The Terran Reformation. I should have read that. I should have fucking read that. The Terran Reformation? At the dawn of the early modern era, new continents are being mapped. Wait a minute. This is the same thing. I was really excited. For a second, I thought there were new sprites. So everyone has feudalism, yeah? Except for these people. Makes sense. They wouldn't have it. Alteran. Okay. Okay. Alvia. Alright, how bad is this? We support us. Iridania, huh? Iridania. Tell me about Iridania, because that looks... This looks like the most Canadian-American flag. Maple leaf, where... Okay. I kind of suspect the flags that they just ran through random flag generators to make it. Except with, like, the American Federation and American Union here, which, the American Union, this is a fucking terrible flag. All the soldiers as little embryos with googly eyes and long legs, that's horrifying. Disappointed that the sprites don't match. Yeah, it'd be pretty impressive if they did that. If they modeled the sprites differently. Because that isn't easy work to do. So let's have this guy. Improve relations with our allies. And this dude. Yeah, sure. So we have Asmad, Aeolus, Alvia, and Artemia. So Artemia, Alvia, Aeolus, and Apollonia? No, Asmad. Asmad. You mad, Asmad? So we're gonna be the new Holy Roman Emperor. Doesn't matter. We don't need everyone's support. Let's get improve relations with threatening countries, neighboring countries. I guess threatening countries. Why not? This is gonna be a long game, but thankfully this is going by super fast. How the fuck is this on? I need faster Universalis. It makes the game go faster. Spanish Imperio. This seems like a reference to a webcomic that I read. It may not be. These names are just hilarious. The Night Crawlers. We are the Lurkers. Manhunters, Berserkers, Fiends. And of course they border like Space Japan over here, which is a thing for some reason. This Space Japan has a very Confederate looking flag. Wait a minute, with that Inti? Oh. Ah, yes. He shall be called... This field was blank. Excellent. Ere this field was blank procted. I wonder how they came up with a lot of the names and words that they've been using. I imagine that a lot of them are just made up. New Arabia. Okay. It's a gorgeous map. And huge credit to them for transferring it over. Solomania. So there's this guy, Solomon. He was a king. Not here, though. On Earth. What's Earth? Don't worry about it. The Deutsche Kaiserreich? What? Dude, come on. You're saying they don't get through the Middle Ages and then you put in the fucking German Empire? What the fuck is this? Helvetica, Bern, Iron Pact. The Iron Pact? Alright. Saxon, Swabia. Some of these are just like legit names of Batavia Rheinberg. What are you doing? Then Venland, Wallachia, Novkechi, Slovakia. Just Slovakia. Yeah, they got Slovakia, right? Then you have New Gaul up here. So we have the Holy Roman Empire, and then we have Germany. So these are not the same thing anymore. The Holy Roman Empire is Atlantia. I guess let's look at the HRE map. Yeah, it's definitely Atlantics. I guess. It's so weird. Alright, whatever. The perfectly circular bay. This? It's mostly perfectly circular because this is a filled up impact site. Right? Like craters. Like this. That's why, for the first part, oh, this perfectly circular bay. This isn't that inaccurate. If you took Mars and poured a bunch of water on it, it would look like something like this. But the act of terraforming Mars, you'd start getting rain, you'd start getting storms, you'd start getting a lot of wear and tear that the planet doesn't have already. Now, it has storms, dust storms, wind storms, and stuff like that, but rain really tears down rock a lot more quickly and efficiently. So we'd see some of these very pronounced things getting worn away a little bit. They'd still be very pronounced. It's not like they go away overnight, but terraforming would take hundreds and hundreds and like thousands of years. So Korea gets this big of a chunk? Really? Alright, whatever. Where the fuck did the Renaissance spawn? Oh, of course, in the Apennine Federation. King Francesco... yeah, okay. So you're Italian? You're Tuscan! Wow, not even Italian, just Tuscan. And not like a series of mixed Italian states, just Tuscan. Alright. Okay. Little weird. Holy red desert of thick. Yeah, man. You, This is something, alright. So I'm fairly sure that no one is at war here. Oh no, there are a couple wars. Jesus, Holy Roman Authority must be skyrocketing because there's so many states in here. Yeah, 69. 69. Member states in the Empire. Yeah. That's pretty fucking nuts. Let's go with the prestige, dude. Wow. The lore for this is so bad. I read it all already. It definitely sounds like somebody's first attempts at... I love this, though. This is the Mariana Trench. Not the Mariana Trench. Alex, Mariner Valley. Fucking Mariner Valley. Named? Oh, come on. You should name stuff like this equivalent. I mean, at least you got in the height maps pretty good. This would be really pretty. Where is this, This is Olympus Mons. No, man, if the Himalayas can't be colonized on Earth, this should not be colonizable. This is bigger than any mountain range on Earth. This is fucking huge. Mariana Trench. Yeah, you know, the thing on Earth that is definitely not on Mars. Alright, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. And just let it roll. So I want to unify the Holy Roman Empire because why not? It'd be really funny to make New Rome. And colonize things? I want to see how well the AI handles this. The Tidal League. Ah, yes, no government ruler, Angus III. What culture is this? English? English, Scottish, and Welsh? What? They worship the sea god in England? Well, knows what I know. Can colonize the whole. I just want to colonize this. Wait. What? Ah, this is an end node. This is an end trait node. Weird trade map. Is this the end node? I think that might be the end node. Wow. Okay. No, typically an end node is like... Oh no, and we're on the other end node. So there's an end node here and an end node here. That cut right there. Yep. Natural geographic border. Just a vertical line. Okay, I need to stop pausing this. The performance is probably going to get horrendous, because I have a feeling there are way more provinces on this map than there are in vanilla. And I hope the AI is smart enough to realize it needs to pick up colonial ideas as its first idea group. The mod maker might benefit by just giving everybody starting colonists as part of their national traditions, because you want to be able to ensure that the AI is competitive with the player on this map, and the player right out is going to know that like colonial ideas are going to be the most OP shit on Earth. So help the AI with that. There is this AI will do title event that we've clicked and doesn't seem to do anything. Will do title. Oh my god, this is what's causing the lag. The what I have hovered over here, will do title, will do title, will do title. The AI is just spamming that over and over and over. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a problem. may have found a slight performance issue. This event that you programmed into the game that doesn't do anything, the AI loves it. Oh, wow. No farmland, huh? That's kind of fair. Like, this is supposed to be recently terraformed. I guess I get it. Let's look at simple terrain. Well, I say I kind of get it, but then you put grasslands in the game. Are there farmlands? If I find farmlands, I'm gonna be pissed. Ah, no farmlands. Alright, reasonable. Fair play. Fair play. Just forest down here. They shouldn't... mod makers should not have been afraid to throw in some terra incognita or impassable areas here. I think a lot more territory would rightfully be desert on, you know, Mars than is represented here. But okay. That's fine. So we can't move our capital to... Well, we could move it here, actually, and it'd be easier to develop here. Let's... The estates haven't changed, have they? Nah, that'd be funny, but they haven't. Who has this? Clergy? Get the fuck out of here. Mars can into development. Little house on the Martian prairie. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. Alright, cool. So we can't buy any of these. They're way ahead of time right now. We can't save up, so let's just get me that Renaissance. Renaissance. I would like to into Renaissance, please. No longer a valid rival. What? Like I just massively boosted my development or something? This has promise as a total conversion mod. I'm not just trying to play this and be shitty. This does have a lot of promise if you really redid just about everything and remasked everything. Like, change what the estates are and change the cultures and provided a decent history or backstory rather than the half-assed thing they cooked up. There's some... You can do good work with this. Now, I think the map is an excellent start. Might be too big, frankly, but it's an excellent start. Actually, no, it not might be too big, it is too big. This map should be smaller than Earth. Mars is not as large as Earth, and it should not take a army the same amount of time to circumnavigate the planet, or a navy the same amount of time to circumnavigate the planet as it would on Earth. So they'd actually need fewer provinces than EU4 to get that scaling done right. Definitely do away with stupid made-up cultures. Either have all stupid made-up cultures or none old cultures. Either one or the other, not both. Pretty underhanded compliment. Yeah, well, I'm a very critical person when it comes to life. And this has a lot of promise. It's a very good idea, but they haven't done much. They really haven't done much at all. Honestly, we think you would be awesome if you change everything about yourself. Well, the thing is, they haven't changed anything that makes EU4 EU4. And so many of the mechanics and little names of everything, from the estates to the armies that you have to the tech that you researched to everything else, is set in a very historic time period. For that time period, it makes sense. Jesus Christ, see how slow we're going now? And we're 10 years into the game. This decision spam is... Oh, no, it stopped. What the fuck? So I think the decision spam is a major performance issue that they need to look into. It's interesting. Weird, but interesting. They definitely need events. They need, like, fake history to make anything happen here. This is the only area on the map where a bunch of countries start bordering each other, that or fake Japan over here. But even fake Japan has nothing going on. Granted, the first 10 years of EU4 aren't the most thrilling thing on Earth, but these huge open expanses between borders make it so that the first 100 years, 50 years at least of the game are just going to be spent with most nations just trying to colonize their way to other nations. And that's if they're players. If they're not players, then they might not be smart enough to pick the idea groups that give them colonists. Which might be a slight problem. I can build forts. I would rather not build forts. There we go. We have the Renaissance here. It'll start spreading out from us because we're so great. Yay! And what do we do with our admin or ruler points now? Well, I guess we can start developing our territory. We are... Jesus Christ, this event. Took decision. AI will do title. AI will do title. AI will do title. AI will do title. Yeah, if you change nothing else about this mod, get rid of this. Just get fucking rid of this. Because it makes the first 10 years of the game feel like the mid-game in terms of speed. I was so happy with how quickly this started out. I was very impressed. I guess we could start conquering people, but because there are currently 41 heretic princes. What? Oh, wow. Alright, so we have Missionism, Terran, Ascendant, and Ardent. Wow, so they just completely fuck the space HRE. Okay, this is smart. I will give you this. This is a good move. And that was that event that I just clicked through earlier and didn't read. The one event that they put into the game, and I'm just like, quick. Cool, do we have centers of reformation? Yeah, okay. So let's take a look at these other religions. Missionism has nothing. It does nothing. It gives national unrest, missionary strength, and it has a description that we don't get. Terranism, or Terran, better discipline. This is really good. 5% discipline is too good. Again, the dev doesn't have a good sense of balance. Discipline 5% and discipline fucking 10%. Too good, my man. Way too good. So did we convert and start? Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Let's be weird. Let's go Terran and we only have one missionary, that's right. Let's go Terran because, you know, something Warhammer 40k. Possible requirements. It's been at least a year since you took the event last. CPU usage is not greater than 99%. Yeah, that would help. I mean, I'd like that. Disputed secession. What the fuck? Religious reforms. What? I didn't realize Terran was the Nahuatl religion group. What the hell? Wow, Terran is just incredibly good. So we reform once. We get shock damage plus 10%. Then in addition to the 5% discipline, we get 10 more % discipline. That's fucking insane. Then we get 25% land force modifier, 10% armies, 10% cheaper cores, 20% culture conversion, better fire damage. Fuck. How do we... Oh, our development just makes us grow. No, so this is the Inca religious one. Okay. That's interesting. I'm curious what the other ones do now. Yeah, it even has the little Inca symbol. I should have recognized that. Huh. Meanwhile, all these just have normal religions. I think the game would be much more interesting if it focused on this weird shit than also having the Deutsche Kaiserreich and the American Federation in it. Those are kind of silly. Also, where the hell is Russia? You have the Red Horde, you put Germany in it, you put the goddamn German Empire in the game, but you don't put Mother Russia in the game? I mean, we get China and Space Korea, but we don't get Russia. We get France, and we get Vendeland, but we don't get Sweden, we don't get Scandinavia. The mainland is a meme, the island is the actual mod. It kind of feels like it, honestly. Like, these feel totally divorced from each other. No Martian Siberia, right? Missed opportunities. Are you colonizing this? Okay, this... Where did you even find Mongol people to... Okay, whatever. They're colonizing. That's cool. I have hope. Not, you know, much hope, but hope. Should have given them the gigantic mountain. Yeah, that'd be rad. Missed opportunities. This is still a work in progress, right? And bless them. Bless them for working on it. I think it's a hilarious mod. It's a great idea. It's really fun. But... lack of oxygen and extreme temperatures never bothered them anyway. Allows government, no government. Didn't realize we could go anarchic so quickly. So, the Holy Roman Empire. Missionism is the dominant faith. Are we going to get a holy religious war here? That would be rad as fuck. And I can't select myself, so no, missionism, a missionism, faith nation is the only one who can be the emperor here. That's interesting, so this is like post-religious war. Weird, but okay. I mean, I have nothing else to spend money on, so let's build that shit. Convert and build and question mark, question mark, question mark. Boost up to full stability to make the conversions go more quickly, and I think after that, we just start going on the warpath because that's... I don't know what else to do. Now, you have projects like the Kaiserreich mod for Hearts of Iron 4 and Hearts of Iron 2 and Hearts of Iron 3. They're very good because they have large, dedicated teams working on them. This is a pretty massive undertaking, this individual that, Emperor Penguin, excellent, excellent name by the way, that Emperor Penguin has undertaken. They could definitely benefit from having a team on here, maybe some more modding experience, and a more clear vision for what they want their end goal to look like, because there's definitely some conflicting themes going on here, right? Like, weird, cool space futurism that I'm actually pretty into, and then, like, I don't know, make parallels to Earth cultures and just slap them all over the place. That's a little weird. Nice thing about alphas is you get to learn stuff from the name, like Austria Event 36 Disaster Path and Austria, yeah, Annex Salzburg Path, yeah. Yeah. The descriptions, you don't really get to learn what's going on here. Like, oh yeah, Terran. What's Terran about? Terran religion description. Ah, good. But if Terran is this overpowered, when was I tagging into France and Tuscany? Oh wow, that was an old campaign. Yeah, when France was being broken. Debug. Yeah. So, I'm not really that attached to the nation that we had. Debug info is not the one I wanted. Debug mode is the one I wanted. Yeah, hell yeah. So, tag. Well, these tags are very weird. AM4? I'm hopping over to Atria here to check out Ascendant, because I'm curious about this. So Ascendant has... This is really good. Construction costs, development costs, local missionary strength, fucking crazy missionary strength. I want to check out their religious reforms. It's the exact same thing. Huh. Okay, Arden. Caps lock, AU1. Look at Ardent. Exact same reforms. Okay, so clearly the reforms are just copy-pasted at this point. AI will do title. AI will do title. AI will do title. Okay. That's not doing anything for us. Observe! There we go. Let's let this go. Because I'm curious to see what the AI does. I wish it went faster. The event spam is definitely not doing the game any favors. See, this area, you could have some really cool shit going on here. But I'm pretty sure this isn't as big as it looks. This map feels bigger than EU4's map when it should actually feel smaller. You could have some very cool, like, Merchant Republic, small wars going on in this England Sea. And unlike Earth, on Mars, these seas are not connected. So that could be really cool and interesting, like having strong naval powers that their naval projection only really lets them project around here. I mean, these seas are so fucking cool. These lakes. I really like the shapes that we're getting up here. But they're very different shapes than this. This almost feels like copy-pasted, like edited into place. And I know that's probably not the case. I know this is probably actually a mountain in a low-lying region, but we get some weird geographical inconsistencies. Once this mod is further in development, go for Lake Nostrum. Yeah, well, which one? Tiny Lake Nostrum or Big Lake Nostrum? and you're joking that I should go for that, but we have Augusta Imperia here with Rex Leon Scribonia. What? Yeah, Roman. We have the new Roman Empire here. So that's definitely what this is. This is the new Mediterranean. Weird then that you put Space India on this Mediterranean right next to the Silesian. Why the hell is Silesia the big power here? More than that, why are there multiple Silesian nations? I'm so confused. I'm hearing ba-ba, ba-ba, and I don't know what it's for. Because we're not observing as anyone, we're just letting it tick by. This is... Yeah, they need to make this smaller. They need to get rid of that horrible event spam. Come up with a more cohesive theme and setting. Throw some events in here. Add descriptions on things. For the love of God, if you're going to pour yourself into making a piece of media like this, add descriptions on things. Like, I'm mostly turned off and closed off because, like, you're not defining what the traits of these new religions and new cultures are. And I think this is a really cool opportunity that they're missing out on. Like, if you want to lore dump, man, fucking lore dump. Don't just leave everything to be described later. Because it makes it hard to jump in and start getting on board with this when it doesn't really communicate what's happening or what the difference between, like, Alteran and Apollonian or Auroran or Artemian or Aurelian or Alvian, again, so many A's, what the difference between these cultures are. Or how you pick the names, or really, many regions on Mars are already named. Yeah, one-liner placeholders would be amazing. Exactly. Like, that's really all we need are simple, like, one-sentence descriptions to make things make sense, to really convey what's going on, what's happening here. Yeah. I was hoping that there would be enough content here to do a short Let's Play with, but with the performance already slowing down as much as it is, and this isn't bad speed right now, this is okay, but with that event spam, it's just gonna get worse. Maybe that'll get better once things get annexed. Ardents believe in the mountain gods. Boom, done. Yeah, or Terrans believe Old Earth religion should be brought back. Which is weird because Old Earth religions are still here. Yeah, but stuff like that, definitely. And some justification for, like, why certain nations survived and other ones didn't. Why the hell we have Protestantism and Catholicism. At the same time, we have Coptic and Confucian and animism and, like, fetishism and animism make the most sense to me out of anything here, because those are things that arise from pretty universal circumstances of being a low-tech society, very in touch with your surrounding environment, the plants and animals that you interact with. They're very fundamental ways to begin establishing a theological canon. Whereas Tengri or Shinto or Confucian or Coptic or Catholicism or Orthodoxy or Protestantism, those arose in very, very specific sets of circumstances that are weird. And, like, if you're gonna have the English not be Protestant, if you're gonna have them worshipping the sea god, hold up, what does sea god give? Sea god is a naval force limit modifier and local missionary strength. Alright, I guess. Okay. Yeah, you could have some fun on here, but I think to be playable, that event needs to be ripped out. In the meantime, no, that's not what I meant to. Actually, this is what I meant to hit. England can end to Aquaman. So a long campaign for this isn't gonna run. What do I want to do? Starting as Florence, form Egypt. How do you form Egypt in EU4? Don't you just need to have a certain culture and own the right provinces? You have Egyptian as primary culture. That's easy. You can culture flip. Not in the Holy Roman Empire. No, expand. Not the Holy Roman Emperor, Papal States, the Ottomans, or Arabia. Sure. Sure, I think what we shall do is start going after the Prince of Egypt. Achievement EU for the Prince of Egypt. Update stream info. Now I say that because I get to play as Florence, which is one of my favorite states, and we get to go form Egypt. And the Mamelukes are becoming one of my favorite countries the more we get stuck in the Middle East. So, okay, this was a cool Let's Look At. I'm definitely going to keep following this, and I hope that they do more work. Yeah, the last patch was, what, in December? They posted this initially in July. Fixed trade nodes. Yeah, they're still starting with some pretty simple stuff, but cool. I hope they keep doing it. It looks like they're putting out 1 or 2 updates per month at this rate, so Godspeed, Emperor Penguin. Godspeed. Alright, let's unload this mod and start up a real campaign.